this pre-member video, we are going to give you a financial workout that may truly last a lifetime. I will show you how I invested $2,000 and made $146,000 cash, and I owned the property less than 1 hour. William Shatner, also known as Captain Kirk, will narrate our special video presentation on equity sharing. In addition to that, we'll show you how to use this information to profit immediately. If you're about to buy, sell, or co-invest in real estate or business, this information could be very important to you. You're about to see. There are several ways to make money with this information, and I sincerely believe you'll get far more out of this seminar than you expected. You've found a new and immediate financial advantage in life. There are several key concepts in what I'm about to share with you. Please listen carefully. See if you can tell what they are. Although I personally did this with real estate, the key concepts work for almost any type of financial endeavor. Here's how I made $146,000 cash from a $2,000 real estate investment, and I owned the property less than 1 hour. I was selling real estate and a listing came into our office. The listing had a few bits of unusual information on it. It said, burned down house, big lot, owner will sell subject to zone change, price $85,000. Although I did not have the money and had never purchased a property before, I thought I should go look at it anyway. I checked out the property and noted that it was zoned CP, or commercial professional, meaning an office building. The property was not good for a commercial office building. My instincts and the economy told me so. It really needed to be rezoned. The owners had it for over 25 years, and it was a problem for them because of the fire. No one would buy it or rent it, and it was in kind of a rundown area. Yet it had some nice homes and buildings around it. I noted that if it was rezoned, I could build 10 townhomes on the site, and that would equate to approximately $8,500 per lot. I checked with some local builders, and they told me that the going rate for townhome lots in that area was at least $12,000. The math told me that if I could buy it for $85,000, I could resell it for $120,000 or build it out and profit even more. A big problem was I didn't have any money at all, and I had never done it before either. Here's what I did. I borrowed $3,000 from a relative, and I gave the seller a check and a purchase offer that went like this. I told the seller I would give him $85,000, all cash, and close escrow in 90 days, subject to the city giving me a zone change to R3. The $1,000 deposit would be non-refundable upon signing escrow instructions and would be immediately released to the sellers. I also asked for the right to assign my interest in the purchase contract and for 3 consecutive 30-day escrow extensions in case I needed them with the city zoning department. I told the seller that if I had to use the extensions, I would pay all his monthly payments and taxes. These payments would also be non-refundable and would apply to the purchase price when I closed the transaction. I drew up preliminary plans, a construction cost breakdown, and a profit analysis for a 10-unit townhome project. What happened next was probably one of the most valuable lessons I have ever learned about making personal commitments. The owners of the property next door offered to sell me their property too, and it was really a mess. It was a terrible old motel with several families living in some of the rooms. I know you've seen this type of building. They're all over the place, not necessarily in motel form. I told the sellers I would buy it if they would close concurrently with my existing sale and the same zone change contingencies. They agreed, and I gave them a check for $1,000. Their price was $130,000 because it was a little wider. This additional width gave me the room to build 30 more units for a total allowable of 40 on that site. The real estate term for this combining of properties is called plottage. The numbers look like this. Lot number 1, $85,000. Lot number 2, $130,000. New land value with zone change to R3 became 40 units times $12,000, or $480,000. The difference in what I was paying for it and the new value became $265,000. Since I did not have the money to close escrow, I ran a small 1-column by 3-inch ad in the Sunday Los Angeles Times real estate section. It read like this: 40-unit townhome project for sale, $380,000. Must sell quickly, broker cooperation, and I gave my phone number. I knew I had to price it well under the market to sell it fast. I had over 100 calls from developers and brokers with developers as clients. After talking with dozens of prospects, I met a man from Hong Kong that wanted to bring money into the United States. He invited me to his home to discuss the purchase. I told him all the facts involved, and we opened another escrow that would close concurrently with my purchase from the other two sellers. The sales price to him was $370,000, or $110,000 less than the new market value. Deducting the brokerage commissions, I netted $146,000 cash, and I actually owned the property less than 1 hour. When I had completed those escrows, I knew I had just experienced some very valuable financial concepts that could also be very valuable to many others, especially if it was in a network. Let's see if you can tell what the key concepts are. Let me summarize for you. Number one, I made a commitment in my time and my money, and there were no guarantees to me anywhere. I visualized the winning situation, and I went for it. The potential reward far outweighed the minimal risk. The real risk became not doing it. One way or the other, I knew I would learn something. Dozens of people, my friends, business associates, and even my family, told me it wouldn't work. Some even laughed. The more they laughed, the more I knew I would make it work and prove it to them. Number two, I learned to speak financial language, and I was prepared to receive positive information, and I really wanted to win. I had prepared myself with a degree in architecture and a real estate license. I was also attending many other seminars, similar to the one I'm giving now. Number three, I promoted myself and the project. I let everyone know what I was doing, and I was very proud of it. I met many new people along the way. I talked with investors, bankers, developers, contractors, and brokers. Many could have helped me in some way with this project. Number four, I was around others who also collected and dispersed financial information, and I was prepared to pay a commission to anyone to help me sell it. And learning how to network and discuss financial information is a very valuable skill, especially for the future. Number five, I used my faith and I visualized a new project. I made a basic plan, then I worked my plan. I adjusted it as I went along, but I did it all on paper. I transferred my imagination to paper and never wavered in my personal inner commitment. Come hell or high water, I knew I had to win. Number six, I helped many others make money. Everybody involved in this project made money. Both original sellers, the city, the man from Hong Kong, he also made $1,200,000 profit, the escrow company, the brokers who sold it, the brokers who sold the finished units, the carpenters, the painters, the plumbers, the contractors, and of course the lenders and the families that ultimately bought the townhomes. Number seven, my education and contacts really expanded after that. I did several other projects that made even more money than that. The realization that I could profit from the increased value of a property I did not even own really opened my eyes to the incredible opportunities all around me. And number eight, I'm still profiting from it by sharing that experience in our network and consulting on other acquisitions and sales. And by the way, networking also gave me several other very valuable insights you may want to be aware of too, especially in a very overcrowded and very competitive future. I found there's some very exciting advantages in learning how to market and position yourself in many different types of networks. These self-promotion strategies may be an ultimate key to continuous lifetime income and also a continuous source of new clients and customers for your other business interests. The most important ingredient in our network, however, is our common goal to want to see all others in the network succeed.
American enterprise, recognizing a problem and implementing a solution, searching for new ways to fulfill the American dream and to achieve financial security when the old ways aren't working. Turning money problems into money solutions, turning money into more money by taking full advantage of current conditions and recognizing future trends. Money and You addresses the serious real estate problems facing all of us in America today. The old ways of buying, selling, and investing in real estate are simply not working for millions of Americans because of problems we are all well aware of. In this presentation, we will show you how to buy, sell, and invest in real estate with the best method possible: equity sharing. We will show you how to take full advantage of leverage, new tax laws, and existing market conditions. We will show you the current and the ongoing answer to money and you. But first, we would like you to answer these questions. Would you buy 50% interest in a good piece of property with nothing down and in some cases, no monthly payments? Would you like to have someone put up the down payment and help you qualify for a better piece of property? Would you like a secured investment that shows potential returns of 25% to 50% or more? Would you sell 50% interest in your property for 70% to 80% of the value? Yes, and that's a yes to equity sharing. That's the answer thousands of other financially prudent investors have given who are